Hi, how are you? It's Kim, and thank you for tuning into Beauty by Sewn. I wanted to show you today how I do a nude makeup, and let's get started. I love jumping right into skincare because I am almost 50, so any skincare feels great. I always like to start off with a serum, and my face is clean. I'm obsessed with this Extra Repair Serum by Bobbi Brown. I usually take one, if not two drops, and I apply it under my eyes, through my eyebrows, but not on my eyelids. Then what I've been doing is, feels so good, is I actually have been using a hydrating spray. So any type of tonic, and I find that putting a layer of water to the serum helps to bind moisture to the skin. And then what I go and jump right into is a moisturizer. So I'm going to use today hydrating face cream, just a small amount, and with the water I'm going to get that really pretty watery glow to my skin. And I'm always trying to massage out all those fine lines. I don't know, I remember once going for a facial and she massaged my face so much that when I came out I had like no wrinkles. So I just think, oh, a little self-love while I'm applying skincare can't hurt. I'm going to use a little bit small amount of eye cream under my eyes, because eye cream during the day, you want it to be, think of it as like an under eye primer. It's not going to, change or take away all that darkness under my eye. So right now I've used a serum, I've used a hydrating water, I've used a moisturizer, and now I want to get into a primer. You love using an illuminator for a primer. I love getting that glow finish to my skin, and I'm going to put it on with a foundation brush. So I'm going to grab here a foundation brush, and I'm going to just apply the glow where I'm always looking to glow, which is really on my cheeks. I don't love that glow on my forehead. So I run that glow through cheeks and a little bit through the bridge of the nose. And actually I take whatever's left sort of under the eyes and then run it down my neck. So now my skin, I always double check to make sure the glow on my cheek at least matches the glow on my forehead. And now I'm going to jump into foundation. I am obsessed with Intensive Skin Supplement Serum. And I'm going to use, again, we can use the same foundation brush. A friend of mine, she works at Sigma Brushes, and she gave me these set of their brushes, which are great. So any brushes you've got on hand. So I am now just applying brushes and doing it like large sweeping motion all over the skin. And you can see when I'm trying to create that nude makeup, I really want to make sure that that foundation is flawless. So I love just sweeping and buffing that first layer of foundation onto my skin, and really seeing then where am I going to need to build that coverage so I get really flawless finish. Because with a nude makeup, if your skin isn't absolutely perfect, then it really is going to not look perfect. Like the makeup it won't jump out. It'll just look like a lazy makeup, whereas we want to have like that flawless, gorgeous makeup. So I've done Intensive Skin Supplement Serum Foundation, and now I want to find a cream foundation. So what I'm going to go for now is a touch-up as a concealer. So I am obsessed with using these Instant Full Cover concealers on my face because they really help to cover. And I am going to use, I was a warm beige, So I'm just, in fact, going to use Warm Beige Concealer. So this concealer you can use, it's called Instant Full Cover Concealer. You can use it under your eyes, you can use it on your face, but I love using it wherever I need that extra buildable coverage, which these days seems to be everywhere. You know, it's interesting, I've been traveling a lot for work, and I've been asking women who I meet, and they're older than me and they have really great skin. I've been asking, oh, what do you do for, you know, to have such great skin? And you know what they all say? They say, stay out of the sun. So stay out of the sun, okay? Or at least put lots of SPF on. So I've been using SPF 30 that I got from my dermatologist. So I'm using this brush from Bobbi Brown. It's really good for like stamping and buffing coverage onto my skin. So it's super pretty. And just stamp, stamp, stamp. When you stamp your coverage, you get way better coverage versus if you sweep and blend, then you're just gonna rub the coverage off. So I love stamping also the coverage through my eyebrows and over my eyebrows, not right onto my eyelid, but I also take, you know, it right under my eyes, right up into my forehead. There, and now I feel like it's way more flawless. So those two products, and then for touch-ups on the go, I'm always gonna take my Instant Full Cover Concealer for me, so when a spot does pop out or I need more, it's a great product to use for on the go. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to do my eyebrows. So for eyebrows, I am going to show you what I love to do. And, you know, it's not that like, ooh, so exciting, but it does work. So what I do is I grab an eyeshadow and I use a gray shadow. And you're probably thinking, oh, but it doesn't stay. But I find that because I took my foundation through my eyebrows, the powder actually sticks. And I don't like setting my foundation right away on my skin because my skin is a little more dehydrated in spots or greasier in spots. So I let my skin tell me what it needs after a little while, and then I'll know whether or not I need to set with powder. So really when you're doing a nude makeup, it's all about defining your features so that when you walk into the room, it's you walking into the room, not your makeup. And that really is the difference between a nude. So I took actually a picture of myself nude, like with no makeup at all. And then I'm gonna do a side-by-side and post it so you can see the difference of, you know, me with not a stitch of makeup on and me with what I would call my, you know, professional nude makeup. I know I've posted videos in the past where I've shown, you know, the weekend quick makeup, but I really wanted to show you how I do a nude makeup, you know, professional, pretty look. So you can see I've brushed all my hairs down. I have an awesome video that you can watch on how to define your brows if you're looking for that. And then I'm going to just go in. I'm going really soft, slow, gentle motions to fill in my brow. I try not to do my brows too quickly. I have more of an impatient personality. So I'm not one for over hyper detail because I feel that if I spend too much time looking at details way up close, then, you know, I'm not stepping back and seeing the big picture, which I'm trying hard to do in life and not sweat the small stuff. And as, you know, I get older, I'm trying not to hyper think, oh, I have to be perfect. Like, you know, in my idealism of what I think is perfect, which is crazy. It's more, okay, how can I be my best self? And what, you know, what do other people see? And, you know, that is what I have to focus on. And one of the things that I always do is actually when I've sort of done a step of the makeup is I step back and I look, you know, that's what the rest of the world is seeing. How does it look? And that's pretty good versus getting way up close and thinking, oh my gosh, what about this one hair here? But I always think if somebody's getting that close to me, aka my husband, he is definitely not looking at what my eyebrow looks like. Trust me. So that is basically my theory on beauty right now, as I almost hit 50. So as you can see, if you can go to a Bobbi Brown counter and say, Kim Sohn said I could get one of these for free. They're actually the best tool. It's a blank mascara wand, and it is the best tool for just brushing, whether or not you use a powder or a wax or a brow pencil. This is a great little tool to have on the go. So now when we're looking at nude makeup, I thought I would use Nude Drama Eye Palette, and I wanted to show you how to create this really, really simple, pretty look. So to start, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take a cream shadow on the lids, really soft, really pretty. And I'm just gonna use one that has like a wash of sheen of color almost, because I find that I'm really tired these days. Having just a hint of a sheen on the lids helps reflect light and makes my eyes look brighter. So you can definitely do a matte eye base to start. And what I'm gonna do is go for a warmer tone on the shadows because I am more tired. Again, having that warmer shade will help be a pretty contrast against the grays on my lid. And I am starting at the center of my lower eyelid and then blending the color up onto the eyelid and into my crease. And again, if you haven't learned anything except one thing on my show, it's please try to do as much of your eye makeup with your eye open, because that really helps to create the right shape of shadow. So here again, I'm starting on the center of the lower lid and then blending the color up to the crease and into the crease. And just going back gently. I try not to put on too much color out of the gate with your brush. Try and slowly build up color. It's so much easier to add color than try to wipe it away. And again, you know, as I get older, we all get older, so I'm gonna say we, you know, the skin on my eyelid becomes more papery. So you really, the more gentle you are with your pressure, in fact, the better the color will go onto your eyelid. So just really, really gentle blending back and forth. There we go. Now I'm gonna line my eyes. I find with a more natural nude makeup, you know, I wanna create a bit of depth in my eyes, but I don't want my eyes to be too dark, because then you won't see my eye color. And the purpose of eye makeup for a nude look is to have your eyes stand out versus, again, right, the makeup. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use a gel eyeliner. You can use even a pencil eyeliner. You could use, you know, a powder eyeliner wet. But because I want to just define the shape of my eye, I'm going under my lash line with a gel liner, and this is going to help make my eyelashes look fuller and my eyes look more defined. And I am just going in. And remember, when you're doing your own eye makeup, see I've tilted my head because I have a mirror over here. So I have tilted my eye away from where the brush is. So that way the brush isn't stopping, you know, isn't blocking my view. So there we go. And I'm gonna bring it out a little bit on the end, the liner. And this just gives that illusion of a longer eye versus a shorter eye. So that is a way to just help elongate my eye shape, because the whole purpose of eye makeup is to up and out versus down and in. So what we're gonna do now is, again, keeping it more soft, I'm going to just choose a nice rich shade here. This shade is called Espresso. And I'm just gonna go along the edge of my lash line really softly. And you can see here that while I apply the dry shadow along my lashes, I really wanna keep, you know, the shadow soft and as tight to the lash line as possible. So again, that's more of a haze of liner versus, you know, a solid line, because I want people to see my eyes, not as much, so much the makeup. It's funny, when I do more of a nude makeup too, I tend to get a lot more compliments. People saying, oh, you look so pretty, versus, oh, your makeup looks so pretty, which I like. It helps me, you know, feel better about myself, especially being in, you know, the beauty industry, where so much of the focus is on that younger millennial. You know, being close to 50, I really want to empower the fact that, you know, beautiful as any and every age. And it's all about enhancing and being your best self. Hence I got up at 5:30 this morning to go to the gym. So it's all about, you know, you being your best you. So that is all I'm gonna do for my eyes. And I always go and clean up anything under my eyes with eye cream. It is what I like to call a little over under wonder. So always just make sure you have an eye cream on hand when you're doing your makeup, and pick up any fallout versus a, you know, eye makeup remover, and then just tap and blend it out. So I always save and do mascara off air, because I do love me some mascara, and I love layering formulas and trying different formulas. So I will do my mascara off air and then post the final picture. Okay? Okay. And so now I'm just going to touch up my under eye here. Touch it up, because I did wipe away and I want to brighten under my eyes. And doing that triangle under my eyes is really important, because it helps make the under eye look flat. And I've gotten actually a bunch of comments from followers saying, oh my gosh, I have been putting on the concealer. It does make a big difference. So, you know, if you haven't, or you feel that, you know, when you're done your makeup, you look tired still, honestly, try and be put on more concealer, because it does help to brighten up your whole feature of your eye and of your face shape. It makes it look flatter and then not as deep or sunken in, and brighter, which then looks more lifted. So there we go. I've just tapped, tap, tap, tap. Make sure too that you get that concealer right into, see here, that inner corner. That's really important, because that's, again, where a lot of that darkness is. There, pretty. Now what we want to do is, one of my little insider tricks is, I love setting my skin with glow versus a powder to start off with. I love it when glow products sort of melt in with the foundation. So I am using a glow powder that Makeup Shayla is obsessed with, as am I. And I gently just tap and buff the glow product all over my whole face. Really gentle. I bring it down onto my chin, under my neck, and then I'm gonna get that gorgeous glow. So many people then say, oh my gosh, your skin. I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, really, it's Moon Glow Highlighting Powder by Bobbi Brown. It is definitely a must-have. What else can I show you before I finish my look? Well, let me just show you another quick thing for, you know, that natural makeup, and that is adding a little bit of warmth now to the skin. So I'm gonna actually use a little bit of bronzer, and using a big fluffy brush, I'm going to go under my neck. I'm gonna just add a little bit of soft definition, pulling the bronzer from the center of my ear forward, and then stamping color up through my forehead. And then whatever's left, I just stamp on the center of my face. And that way my features are just a little bit more defined. And yes, I still get a few little brush hairs. They're shedding. So they're really pretty. What else can I show you is with my nude, no makeup is my lips. I get so many questions about, oh, what am I wearing on my lips? And I have to tell you, a lot of times it's just my nude lip. So really the best lip that you can do for your nude look is find the color of your lip in a lipstick. And I am now lining with Pale Mauve lip liner. And just filling it in and then blending the color. And again, when you're doing a really soft, pretty makeup, don't your Cupid's bow. Just do a soft little hump and a little hump. And using the edge of the lip liner brush is really a guaranteed way to get a pretty lip shape. And then I'm using a Luxe lip color called Almost Bare, just over top. And so it's a nice, warm, pretty lip color. And there we go. So I'm not gonna do blush right now. I feel like the bronzer has given me enough glow and enough color. I'm gonna finish off with mascara and then post the final look. So this is one version, and I hope you picked up some tips on how to create a no makeup nude look. All right, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for following. And if you know of anybody who you think would love to learn about makeup for all of us gorgeous, amazing women who are nearing 50 versus like 30 or 20, then would love your help to support my channel. All right, huge hugs. Bye.